here is the damage. But in my defense, you know, winter fabrics are kind of bulky. So hello everyone, welcome back to Fox Atelier. I hope you're doing fantastic. So today is a very exciting video. I'm going to share with you my main autumn and winter sewing plans. I have a lot. I mean, I think it seemed like more than what it actually is because, as I said, winter fabrics are bulky, and in total I'm going to tell you in advance that I actually have only 9 items from that I want to sew. Some of those are repeat fabrics or, you know, choice, but I'm going to show you all of them one by one. And let me see, in my plans I actually have 2 blouses, 1 pair of pants, 1 coat, 1 jacket, 3 sweatshirts and 1 t-shirt top kind of thing. So you see, 9 items. It doesn't seem like a lot compared to the amount of fabric that I have over there. So I'll show you all of the fabrics one by one, and I'll show you somewhere over here the sewing pattern that I plan to pair with that respective fabric. Some of them probably you've heard me talk about in the last few weeks, so they are sewing patterns that I'm still excited to sew. Unfortunately, some of this, you know, the summer plans might stay a little bit behind, but there is always next year. Same as this plans, you know, nothing is set in stone. I will probably get distracted by some new sewing patterns or some new fabric that I might get to buy. So let's just discuss what I'm excited to sew at the moment. And let's go with the first one in this little mountain of fabric. So I have 3 fabrics, and the pattern that I'm still planning to do, that I've mentioned in the last few weeks, is the Persephone or Persephone pants. And I have given myself 3 choices of fabric. The first one is this one. I'll try to add a proper close-up. But this is a Bengalin stretch, at least that's how it's called in the website where I bought it. This is a very nice and soft fabric. It does have quite a lot of stretch into it. I'll try to show you how much it stretches. I don't think it is see-through, but I'll try not to size down too much to avoid stretching it too much and getting it to be a little bit see-through. But yeah, I think this is a nice one. Being that it does stretch, I think it would be a little bit forgiving, just in case I don't get the size right and go a little bit too small. So I do think that this is a good choice of fabric for the first pair of pants because of the stretch that it has. Now let's see the second one. Let me just put it aside. The second one is a classic denim blue. Well, for a pair of pants I think you can't go wrong with a classic denim blue. And this one is more on the thin side of denim, but I think I do have enough here for 1 pair of pants. So yeah, this is just a classic, good choice, easy to wear, easy to be in my wardrobe. Not much to say about a classic denim blue. How many times did I say that? So, and the last one for this pattern would be a classic black. Black for me is very easy to wear, it just fits very well in my wardrobe. So the reason I'm excited about this pattern, because I don't have anything in that shape. All of my pants are more skinny from top to bottom. That one, since it's very wide-legged, I think it's something different, and being that if I make it in black, it will be very easy to wear. And for the next one, another one that I've been talking about a lot in the last few weeks, it's Simplicity 9818. Let me just check, 9818 exactly. It's a 1950s reproduction blouse. It's supposed to be an easy one, as I've been repeating, and I think that this fabric would be ideal. It kind of gives me retro vibes, might not be, but the issue with this fabric is that I only have this amount. I do think that it's enough. If I can't do the long sleeved version, I will do the short sleeved one, but let me show you. I only have this. This fabric is a remnant, came in a surprise remnant fabric box. I couldn't buy more. I tried checking online. I did even Google the image to see if it would pop up in any store, but I cannot find it anywhere. It's a very pretty fabric. I would love to have a dress in this fabric, and I am really sorry that I couldn't find some more to buy online. But yeah, at least I hope to get 1 blouse out of this. And probably Usually what I'll do is I'll crop the blouse anyways a little bit, so I do hope to have enough fabric, but I'm really excited to finally use it since I am not able to find any more online to buy. That's very sad. And the next one is actually a knit fabric. I very rarely sew with knits because I usually don't get a lot of successful items. I usually don't get a lot of successful items when I sew with knits. I'm just not very good with knits. But this one is a very nice one. I'm not sure what this fabric is, but I think it is a viscose jersey. It is because it is very soft, and I think this will be perfect to make a Petunia Blouse. Petunia Blouse is a pattern by Schultz Apparel. Again, I'll put an image right here. I have already sewn this pattern last year and I love it. Mostly I love the sleeves. I'll try to put some images that she has of the blouse. I really love the voluminous sleeves, so I'm planning to do that exact version again. But since I have it in black, now I'm going to do it in white. I'm also in a black and white kind of vibe lately, so yeah, I'm going to use this fabric. It is very soft to do that blouse again, but in white this time. Next, I have another pattern that I did give myself two choices for two reasons. One, I really want to sew this fabric. Let me show one by one. This one I have shown in a past fabric haul. It is gorgeous. I really like it. I like that it has all of the colors, but that the background is black. I want to do with this one. The pattern by French poetry is Pleiades II. I have done 2 or 3 versions of this dress. The thing is, I've done it when I started sewing, and then only one of them still fits me, so I want to do a new version. This one will be a nice one to wear all year round. I've already cut out the new pattern. The new pattern she has updated, and now it has bust darts, so I think it will fit much nicer than the previous ones. I really like the previous pattern regardless, but with bust cups I think it will fit much better and accentuate the waist, so I'm really excited to do it with this one. My second choice is a cotton gauze, and this cotton gauze, if you can see, it does have this gold dots. So I think that if I make it with this, not only if it would be very cozy, but it would be very appropriate for Christmas, for example. I know that it's very early to be thinking about Christmas, but if you're sewing, I think you need to plan ahead your outfits. So yeah, this one would give a very nice Christmas dress, and of course I would be able to wear it in other occasions as well. So one of the versions that you can find actually on French Poetry's website and on her Instagram is actually sewn in a cotton gauze, but it's a black cotton gauze with the gold dots, but I'm going to do it with white instead. The reason why I have this fabric is because, again, it came on a fabric surprise box. I used to buy a lot of fabric surprise boxes. I don't do it anymore. The reason I used to do it is because I found that it was a very nice way for me as a new sewist to get to know a lot of fabrics and get to test different fabrics. So I thought at the beginning it was a very nice thing to do, but now I still have some fabrics in my stash that I have no idea what to do. So it's very nice that this is another one that I'm taking out of my stash, and that I'm finally get to sew, and that I'm finally getting to sew into an actual garment. And the next one is this one. This is a fabric that I think is in between a t-shirt and a sweatshirt fabric. I don't know how to describe it. The thing is, it is not very thick, but the backside is kind of fleecy. It's very soft, very warm, very cozy. So I think this will be perfect for a long sleeve t-shirt for winter. And the pattern that I'm planning to do with this is the new free pattern by Friday Pattern Company. They have, I cannot say the name, so I'll put an image right here. I'm planning to do the version with the long sleeves, so I think this will be a very nice one, very easy to wear. Imagine this one with jeans, maybe with Persephone pants. This will be a kind of basic item that you can have in your wardrobe. So again, this is another fabric that has been in my stash for quite a while. I'm happy to finally get it done into something. I might have enough even for 2, which is great, but again, very nice. I'm really into pink as well lately, so this is a nice one to get out of my stash. I didn't get to sew with this one last year, so I'm happy to get this one out of my stash. So I think you see that this is a trend. Most of these fabrics I did not buy new, or I did not buy them recently, with the exception of this one. I think, yeah, this one. All of the other ones are fabrics that I've had in my stash for a while. Most of them I had plans to sew with last winter, but I didn't get to it, so I'm really excited to get to them. Let's go to the next one. And these two, again, are choices for the same pattern. Let's go to the first one. The first one, so this is the ribbing fabric, just a rib knit, so I can do the neck. And this one, this is such a cozy fabric. I hope you can see through the image. The back side is like this, I don't know, if you fleecy kind of, I don't know, looks fleecy, furry, very cozy. This will be a very nice winter sweatshirt, and the pattern that I want to sew it with is the Gaby sweatshirt by Isa Stitches. I have sewn this pattern 3 times and I really love it. It is very cropped, so it works very well with my very high-waisted pants. So yeah, another pink fabric getting out of my stash. And the second one, because I have enough to make 2 of this pattern, is actually with this one. And you probably, if you notice, is this one. And this one I think was in the children's fabric section, but I really liked it. And I'll pair this one with black ribbing, black rib knit, and again this will be another Gaby sweatshirt. I bought enough just to do it. And you will notice that the back of this fabric, again, it's quite cozy, quite fleecy. So again, I'm happy to get this one as well out of my stash. So as I said, I was planning to do this pattern last year. I did get to do 3. This was the one that was left behind. So am I the only one who sews with fabrics that are targeted to be children's fabrics? I hope not. And the next one is actually a mix. So I have this black I have this red sweatshirt fabric. Is quite cozy, quite fleecy on the back. So I have the same fabric in red and in black, and this is actually not a project for me. I think it is the only project in this pile that is not for me. This is for my boyfriend, and he actually chose these fabrics last year. I have a pattern that I've sewn for him already twice, and it is the Grasser 811. And it is, I did sew this pattern for him already last year, twice if I'm not mistaken. It is Grasser 811, and it is a man's sweatshirt, of course. I do have this exact same pattern, and actually if you go to Grasser's website, you can find this pattern for women, for men, and I think for babies as well. So it's like an entire family, kind of the same design. So it's very nice. He does like this one. I'm going to make it again. I even have an image that I've done with him, like a puzzle, to see where he wanted the color so that I could cut the pattern accordingly. It was just made on MS Paint, but it was enough to plan with him how he wanted his sweatshirt. So I do hope to get to this one before Christmas. And the next one, I'm actually going through this very fast. I have this corduroy fabric. Again, I'll try to show it correctly. It is kind of a wine color, and I have, for the same pattern, so I have it in this color, and I have another corduroy but in black. Well, the black one actually does grab a lot of fluff, so I have it in wine or in the black color. And so I'm giving myself these 2 choices. I'm probably going to make only one, but I've taken these 2 colors out of my stash. And this would be for the Amelia Jacket by Sew Over It. So then again, another pattern that I have purchased recently, and I've been talking about a lot recently. And I think that it would be very nice one with corduroy. Probably more inclined to the black than to the white. I do have several pieces of this one. Let me show you. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and probably 5 of the black as well. Why do I have it in separate pieces instead of one length of fabric? because they came in fabric surprise boxes. And the way that they send you the fabric, sometimes you might get more than one cut of the same fabric, but you know, it's small pieces. But I think it is enough to get the sleeve cut up and to get the bodice cut up, because it is a crop jacket. So yeah, I'm planning to use this ones, as I'm more inclined to use maybe the black. And for the lining, at least not for the sleeve lining, but for the bodice lining, let me show you. I really wanted to use this one for the bodice lining, so front and the back, but not for the sleeves because I think it would be kind of bulky. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm able to do it, but I will try. My boyfriend has several sweatshirts and jackets that are kind of like that. It makes you look like you are a sheep, but it's very cozy. So I really would like to be able to add that fabric as the inside of the jacket. I think it would be very cozy, very nice. Maybe a little bit kind of a contrast, having the inside in white, the outside in black, but again, I'm on a black and white kind of vibe, so I think it will look very nice. And the next one, this one I think you have to believe. The mountain of fabric is falling. Okay, so I have this, and this is a fleece fabric, just a fleece fabric. And the pattern that I'm planning to do with this one, let me just check the name. It is, what is it? And the pattern that I'm planning to do with this fabric is Butterick B6957. It's a 1950s reproduction coat pattern, and I really wanted, I'll show it right here, to do version D, but with long sleeves probably. This pattern, I think, I'm trying to understand the instructions, but I think it is finished with this cotton. Front is not finished with bias binding, but with this kind of cotton ribbon. I'm not sure what to call this, but I think this is what it should be used to finish the front of the jacket. And you're probably saying, but that fleece fabric is maybe not the best or the most appropriate to make a jacket. And I hear you, and I agree with you. The thing is, I work from home, I am mostly home, and I want to make kind of a house jacket, and I think it's a good way to test the pattern and at the same time make something that I can wear in the house. So yeah, that's why I want to do it with this fabric, because it will be very cozy, great to wear around the house during winter, but kind of feel a little bit maybe put together if I make the jacket right. And if it goes correctly, I probably will try it on an actual coat fabric to wear outside of the house as well. So yeah, that was all that I had in that little fabric mountain. I think it was actually not that much. Again, they are quite bulky. Let me know what you think. And I hope that you're subscribed so you can see how many of these items I actually get to do during the next 2 seasons. As again, I will stretch this during autumn and winter, and I'll probably get distracted by other plans as well. Let me know if you're already excited to sew for autumn and winter, or if you got inspired or found any new pattern from the ones that I've shown. So yeah, I'll get to sewing. I'll probably start with the Pleiades II because I've recut the PDF pattern, probably in this fabric that I'm really excited to cut into it. And yeah, I'll probably share next week the plans for September. This one will probably be one of them. So yeah, so I wish you a fantastic week, and as always, happy crafting!